Dear sisters, I have been single for about a year and a half now and recently decided to give relationships a try again. I'm smiling because it sounds like me. Sisters, I find myself in a very awkward situation at the moment and I don't know what to do about it. I just had sex with a guy who, aside from being a very close friend of mine some time back, also dated my younger sister.
Oh, no, hold on. Can you go back
Okay.
for a minute?
All right.
Let's get it clear.
Let me start from the paragraph. Sisters, I find myself in a very awkward situation at the moment, and I don't know what to do about it. I just had sex with a guy who, aside from being a very close friend of mine some time back, also dated my younger sister.
Okay.
He says he loves me, and honestly, I enjoyed the sex. I think I like him too. Honestly, I don't know what to do about this. I'm confused about this feeling we both have, whether it's love or lust. I don't want my sister also looking at me with judgmental eyes. Should I cut him off or date him? Simple. Please advise me, sisters. First of all, just go straight. Should I cut him off or date him? You.
I won't say cut him off immediately. Like, it depends on the relationship you have with your sister.
Okay, so let's hold it there. Switch over.
Here's the thing, this person has been friends with you, close friends with you at some point in your life.
So I think he started being...
And then he dated your sister.
Yes.
Two things. He was close friends with you. He didn't see to date you. You weren't nice then. You weren't you then. The aura you have now, you didn't have it then. Suddenly, fast forward, you the same person. And then he even went ahead to date your sister. Now fast forward, you the same person. He now has feelings for. Come on. Don't be desperate now. Come on. The fact that you've not dated for a year and a half does not mean every Tom, Dick, and Harry that expresses some love and affection towards you, you should jump into their bed. That is why I say cut him off. There's an account saying that sometimes what does it mean literally? We have room to do anything we want, but not all of them are right. Personally, the moment you've dated my friend or even had eyes for my friend, whether she rejected you or not, you are out of my radar. There's no way on this planet, God's given earth, I'm dating you or even considering you for anything. And I think it's an unspoken rule with most people, especially if this person is your sister. Why in heaven's name are you even having sex or considering? You've had it already, in this case, with this person. And the fact that you don't even feel any guilt, and you are here considering whether you should.
Yes, so the whole thing is looking at probably she was friends with the guy.
It's still not an excuse. You were friends with him. Let's just even say you were friends with him before he dated your sister. That makes it worse than if he dated your sister before you became friends with him. The other way is even worse. Anyhow you look at it, it's just bad. It's not good for your records or your reputation or your image as it stands now. And I don't know, is he the only person on this planet after a year and a half? He's the only man you've met? Why? Please ditch him.
Ditch him.
Yes.
All right.
Okay, so I'm going to take this letter from the angle of the guy. These things happen a lot. Like you have a friend or a friend of the opposite sex. And I don't know if I should call it denial, but some way, somehow, we box them into the friend zone.
Friend zone.
Knowing very well how much we feel for them. Then we keep them there. Growing up, it's happened to many of us, and we've lost good men and good women. We keep them there. We both know very well how much we feel for each other. Then we start navigating around this feeling we are all hiding. So then they start getting murky. So this person likes you, he can't tell you. He can't have you like he wants you. So he keeps you around so close as a friend. You realize these people are always there for you. Then he probably sees you with another person. Then he gets scared. Scared. He feels like, no, my position is shaking. How do I stay relevant? Then they start navigating around you. So then they end up either dating your sister or your friend. Oh no, I'm coming. It happens. I'm not saying I'll do it or you'll do it, but it happens. And it happens with people who are not courageous enough to own their feeling and to express their feelings.
Then they want an uncourageous man.
I'm coming. They find a way. I'm not saying yes or no. I'm trying to find a way to elaborate the story. So navigating, then he goes for the sister, hoping that she'll be a replacement for you.
Yeah.
That's why they usually go for people closer to you and your sister. Jesus Christ. She'll be your replacement. So if I can't have Chris,
I can have a sister.
They are from the same parent. People don't really think about it, but that is how it happens. Then they go and it's not what I wanted. They come back and you too now you know you like this person. Something will happen someday. You find yourself in this sexual thing, vulnerability. Then you'll go back again. Hey, usually this whole situation happen, especially when you are scared to go in for exactly what you want because you are scared to lose this person. And I'm here to tell people that, guys, take opportunity and do something. If it fails, it fails. If it doesn't, hey.
So do you think it's only a guy's thing?
It's even a girl's thing. I know girls who have kept some men in friend zones, gotten married, and when they have problems at home, they run to their best friend. And I'm like, why are you not dating this guy? I have someone, a friend, I told him I'll bring him to City, so I've brought him here. He has this very close lady in his life. Oh God, they are so close. He's always calling the girl, His birthday, the girl gifted him 50,000 Ghana cedis. This man has married and divorced, had a girl that he's done knocking for, and nothing happened. And there's this best friend that he's still insisting that she's my best friend. And I'm like, my guy, you are not lucky with women, but you have a good woman in your life. So it's the same with this guy, I think. And now the situation has become something else. Depending on the girl's relationship with the sister, they should have a conversation.
Yes, I think some sisters
they should.
Yeah, if some sisters are understanding, they'll be like,
I didn't even love him. Exactly. It wasn't a relationship I wanted to be in any way.
I think there's a possibility for that. But wait, you've spoken about, the way you spoke about the issue. I've seen it in many men, but I would like to hear from Bruce. Bruce, what do you think about this situation? Is this something that happened with many men, even though I have seen it?
Well, it sometimes will happen. It happens when, like Felicia rightly explained, you want a particular lady, but you're not getting it. But so you want to get close to someone you know who can get the lady jealous or bring his attention to the feeling that you have for the person. It happens. I know Situ is in denial, but it do happen like most of them. It happens. So in this case, I think
okay, Bruce, I want you to finish. Have you finished?
Well, you go ahead.
No, I thought you were going to say what you want the lady, what you suggest the lady should do.
The lady should speak to her sister.
Yeah.
The lady should speak to her sister.
Why is it that we always think the creator man is something is lost on them? I feel like most of us on this show, we always think something is lost on man.
In what sense?
In what sense, yeah.
So a man created in the image of God with full-blown sense, you are telling me that if he likes you, Chris Carter, he is now going to, and maybe you friend, let's just say, you friend-zoned him. He is now going to think that dating your sister will be the best option in this world. Not your friend, not a neighbor, not anybody else but your sister would get you jealous and make you look at him as somebody worthy of dating. Are we joking?
No, maybe not even make him jealous.
Yeah, maybe the girl was not available.
Exactly. Maybe not to
and
make
the
the
moment,
person jealous.
the moment a man would date someone close to you, 5 kilometer radius close to you, and didn't date you, and later dumps that person and comes for you, you are not his number one. Why do you want to now settle for number 2?
That's not always true.
This is desperation.
That's
Screaming
not
at this
true.
lady.
No.
That's always true.
I think I come from a different planet.
You know,
yeah, no,
I
you
understand
don't.
where you're
You have a
from.
point,
I actually
but
understand
it's not
where you're
always
coming
true.
from, but it's not always as it is.
Yeah.
You understand? And I think sometimes
What about
the
if
rule
maybe
book does not work for
Hey,
everybody.
okay,
everybody,
what
have you
about
seen
if maybe he actually liked your sister, but it didn't work with your sister.
And now coming back to you.
Now he's
it
coming
could be that too.
It could be that.
You see, it is a very murky water you are swimming
Yeah.
in. To avoid all this confusion, there are 1,000,001 fishes in the sea. Must you date this particular one?
No.
You've waited 1.5 years. You can wait another 6 months, another 1 year to find a better man that you will have no issues with.
True.
Situ, I get you, but there's a mutual feeling.
No, you know what?
here.
What's mutual feeling?
Mutual feeling.
You just had sex.
No, there's
He has not expressed his feelings
to
to you.
you. They like each other.
We
Is that
can't
not what she said?
conclude that there's a mutual feeling.
But
Exactly.
the story said they liked each other.
They like each other. You know what? We actually said last week that sometimes the things we think is not what it is. Sometimes you think you're somebody's boyfriend, but he doesn't see you as a boyfriend.
You know?
It could have just been something of a spur at the
Yes.
moment. And that
Maybe
feeling for
he
him,
was feeling lonely.
Thank
Maybe
you.
he was horny. Maybe he was down. Maybe his business is not going well. There's so many reasons why men want to have sex, and any available woman they will have it with.
No, so
If you avail yourself, you will. No, do you even know that sometimes when a woman is going through issues and your best friend is a guy, the fact that you're on your head is on his shoulder and you're crying alone may get him horny, and that sex is not because he's in love with you.
Sis,
Jesus Christ.
Sis, I
If
get
we
you.
fail to call a spade, at some point in this discussion, we will be giving wrong advice to people.
No, but
No, sis, I get
feel
you.
like-
I get what you are saying, but hear me out.
See,
This
just
is a
making
different.
point.
This is a
You
different.
also made a point.
Yeah.
But for me, if you ask me what I'm going to do with these 2 points, I would just say maybe step back.
Yes.
Step back, talk
back.
about it, and then see what happens. But I don't think you should start a relationship just
Exactly.
No, I think my
not
advice
even
was
just
that
it,
talk to your
entirely.
sister. Talk to your sister and have all the information you need to make a decision. So
Let's
you
be
need to talk to
very-
your
So
sister.
what does the sister?
Let's be very honest with
The sister's
ourselves.
contribution
You are
have to tell
expecting that
you.
your sister will say, "Oh, I've broken up with him, but don't date him." Before you get the common sense not to date this guy, which sister in their right mind will now say, "Don't date him"? Or even when she says you can go ahead and date him, you really go ahead. You know, sometimes because let's say, for example, if my friend comes to ask me, "Oh, I hear you dated this person, and now he's asking me out. Should I date him? Are you okay?"
What do you expect for me to say?
What are you expecting me
this-
to say?
so-
You shouldn't have come to me with this in the first place.
So if
You
I
should grow some sense. And this happened to a friend of mine. I had traveled with this guy and come back, and nothing had happened on the trip. So this guy is pissed, and then I go to a party, meet this guy, and we start talking again. And then I had gone to the party with a friend of mine actually, and then now he tells my friend, "Me, I'm not exciting," and I just laughed. And then now, as we were about to leave to go back home, then he tells my friend, "Stay behind and let me go home with you." And my friend now comes to ask me,
Can I go with him?
should I stay behind? He's asking me, I'm like, "Are you
That's
okay?
desperation.
Are you okay?"
Now that's the definition of desperation.
No,
You
so
know,
when- so when-
that's exactly this case.
Can
It is called, there's a word for it.
Yeah.
It is called desperation.
Desperation.
Can
Let's call a
I?
spade a spade.
No,
the
can
fact that you've even gone ahead to have sex with him is even wrong. Now go and hide yourself somewhere and deal with your guilt.
Okay, so I need to clarify. When I say talk to your sister, I'm not going to ask for permission.
Okay.
Sometimes there's a way to have conversations to get some information you need to make a decision,
So
right?
what does the information
What
do?
does the information?
No, so you love someone. You've all forgotten that these people are good friends. They are good friends. So she knows the guy. It's not a stranger that we are talking about. Oh. When a lady tells you that this guy is my good friend, oh yeah, me chocho mucho, like bestie.
True.
I'm just trying to reenact this in my brain, right? My chocho mucho, like my very good friend. I know his ins and outs. I know who he's going out with. I'm even sure that when he was dating the sister, the girl knew some of the problems they were facing, right? So I see this to be feelings that has been they both were trying to suppress.
Yeah.
And now it's erupting to something that is spinning out of control. And to salvage this, the best is to have a conversation with your sister. Friends, I can have a conversation with my sister about a man without necessarily telling her my side of the story.
Well,
We could just talk about the man too. So I'll give you a typical. We've met this guy in a coffee shop. This guy saw me and said he liked me. Saw my sister and said he liked her too. Not knowing we were both sisters, right? Like we were related. So my sister came and I was like, "Oh, I met this guy at the coffee shop." And my sister immediately went, "Oh, don't mind that guy. He's not correct. He's like he likes me too." So without asking permission from my sister,
you know.
I know the kind of man I'm dealing with. So he sees me again and he's like, "Oh, let's go." As I was telling my sister, "I don't mind this guy. He's calling me to say, hey, go and chop his money because he has money. Me, the last time we went out with. Do you get it? So you are not asking permission, but you kind of understand who you are dealing with and in what. So you are not just there building perception.
Felicia, you're mixing apples and oranges.
I'm not. I don't think I'm mixing apples and oranges.
For me, this is
because you've already slept with the man.
Sisho, for me, this is a very complicated case right now. It's very complicated in the sense that it can turn out both ways. It can turn out good and it can turn out bad.
How good can it turn out?
No, because we never know how people find love at the end of the day. We never know. Society will frown at it, but they found love.
They found love. What do you say about second wives having thriving marriages?
Yeah.
Would you say she was a second choice, or because he wasn't a good man? It could be the man was with the wrong partner. There are second wives having thriving marriages because the man was found himself with a woman he wasn't gelling with. He got married to a second woman, and they are having an excellent relationship.
I'm very happy you are saying this because I will take you back there one day. I will take you to this one day.
I hope
because it will come in handy. Because it will come in handy. But in a situation like this where you are comparing that to marriages, are we serious? If this guy had come to the girl's home to say, listen, we've been friends for this long and I dated your sister, but it didn't go well. But I want to get married to you. I have been friends with you. I have gotten to know you on a certain level, and I want to marry you. The discussion would have been different.
But Sicho, do you know that there are relationships whereby the man has actually been with the two sisters, and the other sister is okay? Oh, Charlie, I don't want him. You know that?
I think I'm not woke enough for this
No.
discussion.
Oh, it is not about wokeness.
It's not about being woke, but it's happening. I've seen it. Oh, Gwen, like I've seen it, I've done that.
It happens. And we are okay. That's why I asked, what is the relationship
so
with
you're
your
telling
sister?
me that at this point in my life, for example, if I have not dated for a year and a half, and somebody who dated my sister comes around and now wants to date me, I must find it okay?
No, I think I personally will not date someone who has
dated my sister.
Thank you.
After
now
that
you
1
see,
year and a half,
now you see,
I would go out there and explore.
Thank you. Now you see, every time we give advice on this show,
it should be on the context.
It should be in context with what we are discussing. Now, secondly, you should also ask yourself, be introspective. Is it something you would do? Why are you telling someone to do it if it's not a choice you made?
No, nobody's telling her to do it. So nobody has said do it.
Nobody's saying to do it, but everybody's talking about, how it can turn out. But nobody's saying do it or don't do it. She was just saying how it could turn out. So please talk to your sister.
And have a like.
Talk to her about what? No, that's what I'm confused about.
I think, Sicho, I get it. I will never date a guy who has dated my sister or my friend.
Okay, but you are expecting that this lady.
No, so here's the thing.
You don't think she's done the wrong thing?
No, she is. So I'm saying, in what context are we talking? This guy is not a stranger.
But the letter has been straightforward. And
he's not a stranger. He's a friend.
So then you're implying that if all things being equal, this story were you would talk to your sister.
Yeah.
Okay.
For me, I don't.
Because I
would not talk to my sister.
I don't think I'll talk to anybody.
Yes.
I would rather date someone I know.
That's all I'm trying to get us to understand here.
I would rather date someone I know. I won't say because of desperation, I will cancel this out. At least I know the demon I'm dealing with, and I can decide whether I want to deal or dance with this demon. I'm not saying they are not better. No, I'm not saying they are not.
For the first time on this show, I am shocked. Something has. I need a drink.
That was different. I didn't see that coming. Actually.
Yeah, because
Felicia, I didn't see that coming.
No, this is a friend, though.
Must I date a friend?
No,
I don't think.
You know why I'm heavy on this?
Look,
I've seen many people fall into the hands of bad people
certain relationships
when they have friends whom they could have married.
No, but
let me extend it. These people we call cousins, and they are not necessarily our cousins. Oh, your mom's friend's son, and they'll say he's your cousin. Because of that, you can't date him.
No, you're stretching it now.
No, this is your friend. You know him. You have everything you need to make a decision. But all
Felicia,
because he slept with your sister, and will say I'm not dealing with him. Once you've not spoken to your sister about this. If I go and my sister tells me, please, this is a no-go area,
then now you
stop. Go.
So if she says it's a go area?
No, if she says, she tells me, maybe we didn't really date, I will go and decide, right? Go and think. Put everything down as it is. okay, he wear this, then I'll look at the signs to show that beyond the sex, does this boy really want something to do with me?
How would you know?
Oh, actions. This, when somebody likes you, it's not always about what they say.
No, but we've been on these shows and we've heard so many times the action was great, the action was good. Last time we heard about a great relationship, but you're not telling the person that you're traveling. You understand? It was a great relationship, but boyfriend couldn't tell girlfriend, I'm traveling. She has to hear from outside.
I think we are all missing.
So it's not about actions.
No.
We are all missing the underlining factor
Which
here.
is what?
They were good friends.
Felicia,
and we just spoke about best friends. Ruth gets me best friends.
That's the past. So
best friends,
not
best friends.
So after, what happened?
Guys, may I make this point?
What happened at that point?
Yes, may I make this point? In this life, where there are over 7 billion people on the planet,
more than now.
You are not meant to be married to everybody. Not everybody is your soulmate. Some people are your soulmate on friendship level. And we need to understand that just because
how would you
somebody
know until you've explored it?
No, but not every soulmate is sexual.
Just because somebody is nice with you and is close friends with you means they will be best husband or wife materials. Do we agree?
I agree.
How would you know if you've not tried it?
No, but I agree.
How would you know if
Do you
you've
know
not
that
tried
you
it?
could even marry someone and then find out that you are not sexually compatible with this person? You are not
in
even
any
compatible
way,
in terms of communication. You're not compatible in terms of your likes and dislikes. He likes to travel. You don't like to travel. You like to travel. He doesn't like to travel. You like sex 3 times a day. He doesn't like sex at all. He likes sex once a month. Like, it's a million and one things. That is why it is a whole thing. It is a whole institution to come to that point where you have picked this person that I want to date you and probably, hopefully marry you. Now, if you are telling me that this guy who was your friend did not consider to date you, but consider to date your sister, now date your sister, dumps her, or let's say she dumps her, whatever it is, the relationship ends because it doesn't work. Now you think that it's you are who to now go. Jesus Christ, let's have respect for ourselves as women. Come on now, guys.
Okay, no. I think you're overreaching there. But then, this is the first time we've actually had a conversation, and
also the first time I've been shocked woefully on this show.
We've not really
welcome to the club.
This is the first
of
conclusion,
many.
But yeah, everybody had something to say, and I think everybody made a strong point.
And I stand by my point.
And I stand by mine too.
Wow.